When it comes to starting your own business, social media influencing, content creation, and really anything else, there is always someone out there trying to sell some kind of course on the internet. Whether that's how to create TikToks or Instagram Reels, or how to gain followers organically and being your authentic self, or maybe how to start your small business. Network marketers or MLM reps, whatever you want to call them, love to branch out and sell courses like these. However, there is an abundance of free information out there. This covers anything from how to gain a following to what equipment to use and even which platforms are best. There are even free resources out there to teach you how to market yourself. That's the beauty of the internet. It comes as no surprise that when the Instagram account MLM Exit sent me an Instagram reel by a specific person, I had to look into it and talk about it from my perspective. So let's talk about these gurus with these courses in today's video. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Monica. I like to comment on unethical business practices with a focus in multi-level marketing. In today's video, as you can tell by the intro, I am going to be talking about these gurus, these people that sell courses and things of that nature. But I will say that if you're looking for someone who has really great content regarding these types of courses, I highly recommend Alonda from the Recovering Humbot, because she is a professional instructional designer. So she does have that professional background or expertise, whatever you want to call it. And along with that, I'm so sorry in today's video, but this is the only day that I have been able to film, and there is a huge storm outside. So if you hear rain, thunder, anything like that, I am so sorry, but this is the only time I've been able to film. Another disclaimer that I wanted to add as well is this is just for entertainment purposes only and just my opinions, along with any of the information that I found online. I do always encourage everyone to look into things and research things on their own, because maybe I missed something. Or maybe you have a different opinion. So I highly recommend just taking a look at things on your own. This video isn't to send hate to anyone, but I wanted to talk about these online courses, workshops, steps to success, and whatever else they want to call it. I think it's important to talk about these types of gurus or people selling courses because, in my opinion, it's mostly BS. If we want to take a look at the personal development industry that pretty much all say the same exact thing, examples are problematic people like Rachel Hollis, Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Danny Johnson, and more. The reason why I wanted to look into the person that MLM Exit told me about is because this person is fully targeting moms and, in a way, children. This person has a course on how to get your children to have their own businesses. Yep, you heard that right. What's so disappointing is I actually agree with a lot of things that this person shares on social media, believe it or not. It's weird because some of her posts are something I agree with and others sound exactly like MLM reps. Not to mention I don't like the whole kids starting their business aspect part of this, but I will be covering names and just going over the information we have available because I don't want this person receiving any kind of hate. I'm not saying that I think y'all are going to go harass this woman, but there could be a few bad apples that come across this video and are looking to bother someone. However, if she comes across this video and wants credit given, then I'll add a pinned comment. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the bio that they have on their website, and then I will go over a few things that I just kind of, I guess you say, noticed throughout the bio. But she says, "Hey sis, I'm blank, the woman behind the blank club. I'm a mom of 2 and currently have 4 businesses. A successful luxury little boys line, a real estate investment company, the blank club that is this course thing that she has, and an upscale event space. All of my 3 businesses are profitable and growing, but it took me a lot of trial and error to get here. As a mom, I quickly realized I couldn't grow my businesses the same way a person without kids did, because that would have resulted in me being an absent mother. When I started, I didn't have funding, I didn't have much free time, and I had practically no disposable income. I had to get creative and use what I had when it came to growing my businesses, and lo and behold, it worked. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. I practically became a digital marketing nerd and mastered monetizing off of social media and growing my audiences. I currently have 2 pages with over 14K followers. I was able to grow the Blank Club Instagram page to 80,000 followers in just 10 months organically. The best part is that I don't just gain followers, I build communities, and that makes a difference between having 20K followers that won't spend a dime with you and having 20K followers that are all genuinely interested in your product or service." That's true, actually. But before you can master getting 10K followers, you need to know how to get 1,000 new followers, so let me coach you. And that's actually, this bio is on the product that she has about getting 1,000 followers within 30 days, which is something that we'll go over in a second. But I wanted to give my opinion about a few things that their bio says and just some discrepancies that I found in other bios that we have. I'll put it up on the screen so that you can see an example of it. They say that they run 4 businesses and then they say 3. Then there's another link for a different course that says 5. They could very well be at 5 businesses now, but if you're going to sell courses and present yourself in a certain professional manner, along with pretty much tooting your own horn on content creation and building businesses, the least you can do is make sure everything is pretty much cohesive. I'm not trying to be nitpicky here either. Maybe she just didn't catch up with the editing as of yet, but at the time of filming this, it's been unedited for about a week or so. Don't get me wrong, mistakes happen and I'm not perfect by any means. I mean, why do you think that I have to keep editing Monica clips into my videos? It's either because I misspoke or I forgot to add something. However, I'm not presenting myself in a professional manner. I'm just some woman on the internet sitting in a room in front of a camera commenting and critiquing based on my opinion. The course on how to get 1,000 followers in 30 days is currently priced at $14.99. Something that I do greatly appreciate about this person is they do have a separate link where it talks about if you'd like to share your small business on her Instagram page. And she does show her insights on her Instagram, the one that she will be sharing your business on. That costs $38. But my only concern is if you take a look at the one spot, it says that it says accounts reached from June 25th to July 1st. Now, is that this past summer, which would have been 2021? Was it 2020, 2019, etc., etc.? But on top of that as well, that could have just been a really good month for this person. But why haven't they updated it? Why is it still on June to July, especially for such a short amount of time? Because maybe they had an Instagram reel that went viral that month, or maybe they just had a lot of traction to their account that month. Maybe they launched a new course that they had a lot of, I guess you could say, eyes on. Did they maybe put out an Instagram ad or a Facebook ad or something like that? So there's a lot of factors into why their insights could have been so great. It fluctuates. One month it'll be really good, the next month it'll be really bad, or maybe it'll be really good for a good amount of time, or maybe it's like a steady incline or something like that. So there's a lot more factors to it, but I will say that I will give her credit for showing the insights to begin with. Another thing is that she mentions her follower counts on all of her Instagram accounts and stuff. And I will say that those are impressive numbers because I'm only at, I think, like 6,000 something. So to me, those numbers are very impressive. But with how many people there are in the industry nowadays when it comes to bloggers, influencers, content creators, or even small business owners, those numbers are not as impressive as they were several years ago. And I do not say that with any kind of shade or hate or anything like that towards this person because, I don't want to diminish her hard work, because if she did in fact grow to 80,000 followers within 10 months organically, that is impressive. In my opinion, I think that's very impressive. But even just nowadays, those numbers are they're not viewed the same as they were a couple years ago. And even my account, and this is coming from someone who has 6,000 something followers on Instagram. So I'm like I said, I'm not trying to throw any kind of shade or anything like that. This is just, unfortunately, that's just how much the industry has changed. There are people out there who have millions of followers, whether that be just on Instagram alone or a combination of all of their social media platforms. So those follower counts, they aren't the same as they were back in the day, if that makes sense. Another thing on this page is that this person also uses FOMO. If you don't know what that is, or if you're new to my channel, I have talked about this quite a bit, but if you don't know what FOMO is, it stands for fear of missing out. A lot of times, for example, when I was in Beachbody, because I am an ex-MLM rep, when I was in Beachbody, we were always told, make sure that when you post on social media, you say, I have X amount of spots available, and it's running out fast, you don't have that much time left, blah, 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 blah. And then eventually towards the end of, like, let's say you wanted to start a new challenge group, and let's say you had like a week before you were starting yours, even if you had the spots available, you would just say, oh, I only have 2 spots available left, so that it created this FOMO. However, the spots were unlimited. So this person is just using that marketing tactic to pretty much get you to hop on this as quick as you can and not just take a moment to think about it. So that's just something that I wanted to mention. I'm going to go over a few of her courses, but one of them actually does talk about how it's like X amount of dollars today, or I think it's originally, we'll get into it, but I think it was originally like $50 and it's only like $24.99 today. Well, it said it's only $24.99 today for, and don't quote me on the numbers might be different, but it's been saying that for about a week now as of filming this. So that's another way to use FOMO, as I was just talking about. But anyway, let's get into a few of her courses. Of course, I already talked about the 1,000 Instagram followers within 30 days. And I talked about being able to place, it's kind of like if you were to place an ad on her Instagram for your small business. But the next one says, introducing my 6-figure accelerator course. The only cheat code or shortcut to success that exists is finding someone more experienced than you and having them guide you. I understand what it takes to grow a profitable business while juggling being a mom, and no, I am not one of those moms that never sees my kids because I'm too busy grinding. Early on, I made it a point to put systems in place for my businesses that would allow me to eventually stop trading time for money. Because of that, I now make money in my sleep and have several businesses making over 6 figures. So this does sound to me very much like an MLM rep. And of course, she is targeting moms because she's talking from her experience. She's kind of making it seem like she's relatable. And as a mom now, and I've said this so many times in my videos as of recently, but ever since becoming a mom, I can understand, and I haven't been a mom for that long. I can totally understand why moms are targeted so hard with these MLM companies or with things like this, because not only do you take on this identity of I'm a mom now, and don't get me wrong, I love being a mom and I love having my daughter with me all the time. And I'm very, very, very lucky to be able to stay home with her. On the other hand, when you take on this identity of I'm a mom now, you want to feel like you're contributing somehow. You want to make sure that you're still, maybe it's not the same for every mom. For someone who has been working since I was babysitting for a couple of years before I had a real job, which was working at a grocery store. And I think I was 15 or something, because I think the age was 15 that you could work at that grocery store in the state that I was. And you just couldn't work like more than a certain amount of hours. You had to have a certain amount of breaks and stuff like that. But I have been working for over almost 2 decades at this point. So as someone who has constantly been working, it's very weird for me to go from working, whether it be a 9-to-5 retail or as of recent our businesses and stuff, to now staying home with her. It's different. It's very different for me. But on the other hand, I understand wanting to have a community of sorts, or wanting to know more people than just other moms, because yeah, it's great to know other moms. I have a lot of friends that are moms as well, a lot of friends that are new moms that had babies around the same time as me, because we can kind of go through things together, especially if they're new moms. But I still have my friends that don't have children or don't want to have children, because it's a nice balance. I get why they target stay-at-home moms for that aspect, but I also get why they target moms who have a 9-to-5, for example, because they target them in saying that, oh, you can stay home with your kids, because I'm very lucky in being able to stay home with my daughter. Not everyone is able to do that. So for the people who want to do that, it's the easiest way to target them. But okay, I went off on a tangent. Let's keep going. It's not going to be easy, but having the right guidance and support makes it less overwhelming. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, and you're on this page right now because you've tried to make progress and get results by yourself and it didn't work. Obviously, I'm not on this page because I'm looking to further my business or anything like that. I'm on this page because I'm kind of critiquing it and just reading more about it. But it goes into, are you eager to start your business but don't know where to start? A business owner, entrepreneur that's not getting the kind of sales that you want in your business, struggling to balance being a mom and running a business. And that is, of course, why I said that she's targeting moms in particular. Ready to replace your 9-to-5 income and finally become financially free. Again, this sounds like network marketing. This sounds like MLM reps. Then it says to sign up for the 6-figure accelerator course and get ready to start waking up to sales, followers, and email subscribers, even if you don't spend a dime on ads. Learn the exact marketing strategies that I use to scale to 6 figures in just 1 year. Master creating Instagram content that brings you customers. Find where the holes are in your business and repair them. Be surrounded by like-minded mompreneurs. There's that sense of community, of being able to be around other people that are trying to start a business and are also moms at the same time. So it goes into a few more things. It talks about there's week 1 where it's the foundation, and it says that that's $1,000 value. Week 2 is content creation bootcamp. That's a $1,500 value. Week 3, all about marketing, is $1,000 value. Week 4, automation and scaling. That's $1,000 value. And 5, which is a bonus thing, and it's about Black Friday. That's a $500 value. And it says, enroll now. Attention, this accelerator course is not for everyone. I'm looking for moms that will be committed to working with me for 4 weeks to get results in their businesses. If you have an active business and are serious about making your first 6 figures in the next 12 months, firing your 9-to-5, and attaining financial freedom, then this accelerator is for you. Remember how I talked about how the value was like $1,000, $1,500, that kind of a thing? Well, the total for this currently is $197 at the time of filming this. The next course that she has, it says want to make an extra $1,000 to $10,000 a month, but don't know where to start. Start with my side hustle to 6 figures masterclass. I'm so sorry. And the masterclass overview, it says everything you're about to learn. Learn how to choose the right business to start. Learn how you can package and sell your knowledge. Learn how to get your business off the ground in 90 days or less. Get an inside look at Turo, event spaces, digital products, online boutiques, print on demand, and more side hustle business ideas. Learn how to get your business off the ground in 90 days or less. Learn the formula I use to start new passive businesses that generate 6 figures their first year. Receive a copy of the presentation slides to refer back to. Receive the replay of the masterclass. Receive a copy of the 90-day plan in the form of a to-do list. That is a lot of stuff that you'll get. And then it has the FAQ page, but it says here, name your price. It's normally $97 for that. So I wonder if she says name your price, because all of this is, it seems like you get the presentation slides as like a replay. So it's not like she's doing this every single time. This is a course that she already has all the information for. She's just distributing it to people. So it says that it's normally $97. I wonder if this is just a way to get you to sign up, and no matter what price you put, I mean, I'm sure that if you put $0, she's not going to allow it to go to $0, but I'm sure that if it's something reasonable, she'll probably allow that. But then it says that you can also add the 1,000 followers challenge exclusive offer for $9.99 to this program. This next course is the live masterclass, Set Your Kids Up for Success. Learn how to set your kids up so they will have 6 to 7 figures in their bank accounts by 18. There is an Instagram reel, and this is the one that MLM Exit sent to me, and the reason why I even wanted to look at this person to begin with. But there's an Instagram reel talking about how she had built businesses for her children, or that she's teaching how to do that or something like that. But anyway, this says 99% of people wish they started earlier in their journey to financial freedom. She really needs someone to proofread her stuff. And that's not me being an a-hole or anything like that. It's just, if you're going to have these professional courses, you should have someone proofreading. But I want to know where she got that 99% statistic from. While we can't turn back time, we can make sure our kids have a head start by setting them up for success. Imagine an 18-year-old with both 6 to 7 figures in their bank account and the financial literacy to keep or grow it. That is the goal. And in this masterclass, I'm going to go over several ways you can make this a reality for your children. I think that's great that she is talking about teaching her children about finances. I really, truly think that's great. And that is something that I plan to do with my daughter as well. So here's what you get with the course. You want to help mommy make this video? Kid-friendly or passive businesses you can start for your kids, how to properly hire your kids to work for your current business, how to buy stocks for your kids, how to open a retirement account for your kids, strategy to guarantee your kids have 6 to 7 figures by the time they are 18, the do's and don'ts of setting your kids up for financial success, credit hack to use so your kids don't start off with no credit history at 18. This is where I was saying that it says today only you can get the masterclass for $24.99 versus $50. Missed the live class? No worries, you can catch the replay. I'm sure that a lot of people are probably going to just catch the replay, and it's probably the same thing over and over again. But here it says, Kid CEO, how to turn your babies into business owners. That's what I was talking about, that I'm not a fan of that. And it's $24.99 you can add to the order. Then there's everything you need to scale your business. I took everything. Again, she needs a proofreader. I learned while scaling the blank club to 6 figures and put it in an easy to follow bundle for you. All right, so as I've said so many times, I will not be showing Scarlett's face, but she wanted to make an appearance anyway. So she is now standing and playing with my chair. But so it goes into the 6-figure business blueprint, and it talks about, are you struggling to get consistent sales or any sales in your business? Wanting to use your business to leave your 9 to 5 but feel stuck, feeling discouraged because you've tried everything and nothing seems to be working. And then it says sitting a dope business idea on the shelf because you don't know where to start. And it says that's where I come in, meaning this person. If you've been following me for a while on social media, then you know I now have 5 businesses. This is where I talked about how in the one link she says she has 4, then 3, or 3, then 4, and then this one says 5. My very first business did not see anything close to 6 figures its first few years. In fact, I didn't even know how to get consistent sales at all. The sales were sporadic. I didn't have a true marketing plan and was just throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. Fast forward 4 years and the last 3 businesses I've launched will easily hit or already have hit 6 figures. So what's the secret? Knowledge. I know way more than I did when I first started my entrepreneur journey 4 years ago. I now know how to get sales without spending a dime. I now know how to make money in my sleep. I now know what systems and strategies I need in order to scale to 6 figures. I now know digital marketing and understand funnels. I now know what activities I need to do in order to make money in my sleep. I now know how to replicate this process on other businesses. The main problem is if I take the time to replicate the process on someone else's business for them, number 1, I'd have to charge an arm and a leg. Number 2, I wouldn't have enough time to help as many moms as I would like to. My solution, putting the process into an affordable bundle that walks you through, I think she meant that walks you through my blueprint step by step. I know this bundle is worth way more than what I'm charging for it, and I'm okay with that because I want it to be accessible to the mom that's struggling like I was a few years ago. So what you'll get is the $1 Million Business Plan, the Business Self-Audit Guide, Branding 101 ebook, the 6-Figure Sales Funnel Workbook, Crack the Code Masterclass, How to Turn Your Followers into Customers, 30 Days of Content That Converts. And then it says, using the strategies in this bundle, I've been able to get 10,500 new email list subscribers, scale to 6 figures in sales, grow the blank club social media pages to 100K plus followers, help over 5,000 moms start and grow their businesses. So underneath the buy now, it says important legal disclaimers. This site is not part of the Facebook website or Facebook Incorporated. Additionally, this is not endorsed by Facebook in any way. Facebook is a trademark of Facebook Incorporated. In no way, shape, or form am I guaranteeing any income amount with these products. However, I am guaranteeing if you take action and work hard, then you will experience success implementing the strategies. Again, that sounds like an MLM rep or network marketing. And that is a $20 course. Moving on to this person's social media, I'm not going to go through a bunch of posts that they have. I just want to go over a couple. But the first one says, do these 5 things before you quit your job. And I'm going to go over this, but I could not agree more with what she said here. I think that what she said was really valuable information. And it says, save 6 to 12 months worth of your income. I really agree with that. And she says, people love saying how risky entrepreneurship, and that's true. Yeah, it is. However, if we plan ahead, we can create our own safety net to minimize our risks. If you have a few bad sales months, you'll have everything, or you'll have something to fall back on. Number 2, figure out health insurance for yourself and your kids. This is super important because health insurance when you're a business owner is, or when you're not getting it through your job, like if you have a 9-to-5, it is the most annoying thing to have to figure out. I've had to deal with having my own health insurance and figuring out all of it on my own since 2019, and it only gets worse. I'm not trying to scare anybody or anything like that. Maybe it's just my experience. Maybe other people's experiences are different. The first, I want to say 2 years, it went pretty smoothly. But just this past year has, it's been a pain in the butt. But it says, like I said, figure out your health insurance. And when you leave your job behind, you also leave behind the benefits that went with it. Can you afford to pay for health insurance independently? Does your spouse have benefits you can use? Do you qualify for benefits under the state employer options? This is something that if we want to bring this back to the multi-level marketing content that I usually talk about on this channel, a lot of times reps will say that, oh, well, you don't have the benefits like you would in your regular 9-to-5 because now you can afford to pay for it out of your own pocket or whatever. Which, yeah, oh, okay, that's all fine and dandy, but you don't talk about how annoying it can actually be. And I'm going to be flat out honest, how annoying it can be to try to make sure that you find the right plan, try to make sure that you're not spending more than you should be. Do you have the right coverage, especially when you have kids? Because at that point, or if let's say you have some kind of chronic condition like myself for my epilepsy, I have to make sure that I have decent insurance because I have to see specialists. I have to take medication on a daily basis. Now that we have our daughter, we have to make sure that everything is covered because she has to see a pediatrician. What if she gets sick? What if this? What if that? So these are things that you have to take into account. Whereas when you have a regular 9-to-5 job, they literally, at least for the jobs that I was at, and they give you these packets where you have these options. For example, for me, it was always, if you're single, you have this one. If you have a family, you have this one. And that's the thing is that, yes, you have, I guess you could say some of these reps will say, oh, well, now you can afford to pay for it out of pocket. Yes and no, because we know that not every single MLM rep, the majority actually, are not going to make enough money in order to be able to do that and still make a profit. Another thing that some of these MLM reps may fail to say is that their spouse might have benefits that they're able to benefit from. But anyway, tangent. Number 3, do anything that requires proof of stable income. Most lenders want to see tax returns showing your business is profitable before they are comfortable lending money to you. So unless you're able to put yourself on payroll right away, it's in your best interest to do anything that requires a pay stub before you leave your job so you're not stuck. Yeah, I agree with that. Have a clear strategy and cash flow projections for the next 12 months. Most businesses fail within the first 2 years. How are you going to make sure your business isn't one of them? Once you make enough money to replace your 9-to-5 income, you have to make sure you continue performing at that level or better. This requires a clear plan. Number 5, you have a plan for the worst case scenario. If things don't go as planned with your business, then what is your plan? Will you return to your 9-to-5? Are you going to exhaust your savings first? Are there expenses that you can get rid of? So that's something that I really agreed with this person on this final reel, because there are a lot that I could go over, but I think that you guys kind of get the gist of where I'm going with all of this. The cover photo for this reel, it says everything on sale today only. And the reel says, like the print, it says tired of living paycheck to paycheck depending on your 9-to-5. For my business income to replace or exceed my 9-to-5 income so I can quit. Click the link in my bio and take what you need while everything is on sale. Again, I really think that that's just creating FOMO for being able to purchase things, because yeah, she might have these sales, but then again, if we look back at that one example that I used, it said, oh, it's $24.99 versus $50 today only, but it said today only, at the time of filming this, it said today only for the past week since I started actually looking into this and kind of reading a little bit more about this person. At the end of the day, the reason why I wanted to bring awareness to this person or these types of people that sell these courses is really look into these people, because when I took her name and when I Googled her, there really wasn't that much information that I could find. I couldn't find a LinkedIn page for her, which I'm not saying you have to have a LinkedIn page. I'm not saying that at all. But I could barely find anything on her besides her Instagram. And there was a Facebook, but the last public post was in 2018. In my eyes, I'm thinking if you're so good at all of these things and if you're so good at building these businesses and helping other women build businesses, why aren't you, I guess you could say, why aren't you showing up in more places? Because there's very limited information about her out there. And I'm not saying that she has to have all of her information out on the internet, because a lot of MLM reps do that. And I personally don't agree with that. I don't think that you should be putting all of your information out there. So in my opinion, I think that sharing all of these things isn't really the way to go. I mean, it's great if you want to be relatable and if you want to market yourself as relatable, but the things that I shared on my social media when I was in Beachbody, I did not like sharing some of those things. I did not like being that vulnerable. And the reason why they make you share these things and the reason why they make you be, I guess you could say, vulnerable, is so that you can be relatable. And so maybe someone who's in the same position as you can come across your post and either purchase a product or become part of your team. So even though that has nothing to do with this person, the reason why I wanted to talk about this person in particular is, first of all, MLM Exit sent me the information, but I wanted to talk about this person because they are targeting moms. And even though there was one reel, if I remember, I'll pop it up on the screen, but they were kind of in a sense throwing shade at MLM reps and how MLM reps market. But a lot of the things that MLM reps use, this person used as well. There were a lot of things like financial freedom or targeting moms, FOMO. A lot of these things are very similar. So, and also how to have a 6-figure business. But anyway, that is going to be the end of this video. Always do your research about these people, because some of them might know their stuff. Some of them might want to genuinely help people. But at the same time, there are going to be scammers and people who maybe aren't really here to help you and don't have the expertise. But that is all that I had in today's video. I'm sorry that my daughter made way more of an appearance today than usual, but she has just been a very rambunctious little human being. Let me just say, this baby's got FOMO because she's got to be the life of the party all the time. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Monica reporting to you live from a highway. Bye!